Ready? The question revealed. Here it is. The moment we've been building toward, the one question that doesn't just cut through excuses, it slices right down to the soul. If a woman truly loves a man, what would she never do to him? That's it. No gimmicks, no complicated traps. Simple, direct, but devastatingly effective. Now you might be thinking, that's too simple. How could a single question reveal so much? But here's the secret. It's not about the word she gives you. It's about how she reacts to the principle behind the question. Because you're not asking about her behavior. You're asking about her values. And values are much harder to fake. A faithful woman, a woman who truly honors the man she's with, won't stumble here. She'll look you in the eye. And without hesitation, she'll say something clear. She would never betray him. She would never disrespect him. She would never put another man above him. The response comes fast because it's real. It doesn't need rehearsal. Truth flows naturally. But a woman who's hiding something, that's when the mask slips. She hesitates. She fumbles forwards. She gets vague, saying things like, well, no one's perfect. Or it depends on the situation. Some may even laugh it off, dismissing the question as silly or unnecessary. Others might even flip it back on you. Why would you even ask me that? That's the tell. That's the moment the cracks reveal themselves, because hesitation is the language of guilt. Vagueness is the shadow of deceit. And deflection, that's the shield of someone with something to hide. And let's be clear here. If she answers with something like, she'd never let him go hungry, or she'd always try to make him laugh, that might sound sweet, but notice carefully, it avoids the real issue. It dances around betrayal, respect, loyalty. That's not an answer. That's an evasion dressed up as charm. See, this question works because it doesn't demand evidence. It doesn't trap her in details she can prepare for. Instead, it forces her to reveal whether loyalty even exists in her mental blueprint of love. A woman who cheats doesn't just break rules, she rewrites them. And when you ask her this question, you hold up a mirror she can't avoid. Now here's why this matters. Men waste years chasing proof, combing through phones, interrogating friends, second-guessing themselves. But when you ask this question, you bypass the smoke and go straight to the fire. You test her character, not her cover story. And character doesn't lie. The beauty of this moment isn't just in catching her out. It's in reclaiming your position as a man of clarity and strength. You're no longer the detective, desperate for scraps of truth. You're the judge, calmly weighing her values. You're Theman in control. And once you see the truth in her response, whether it confirms your suspicions or reassures your trust, you'll never be blind again. Because this one question doesn't just expose her, it transforms you. It shifts you from paranoia to certainty, from weakness to strength. And that certainty, that's priceless. So now that application and empowerment, you know the question. If a woman truly loves a man, what would she never do to him? The real power lies in how you apply it. Because a question alone is just a tool. What matters is the hand that wields it. The first thing you need to understand is delivery. You don't spring this question on her like a prosecutor in a courtroom. You don't corner her, demand an answer, and stare her down. If you do that, she'll automatically go into defense mode, and every response will sound rehearsed. No, the secret is to ask it casually, almost offhand in a moment when she least expects it. Maybe you're sitting together after dinner. Maybe you're talking about relationships in general, not even specifically about yours. That's when you drop it with calm curiosity. If a woman truly loves a man, what would she never do to him? Second, listen to the speed of her answer. The truth doesn't need time to load. If she's loyal, she won't even blink. Her answer will be immediate, clear, and focused on respect, loyalty, and trust. But if she hesitates, if her eyes dart away, if she stalls with filler words like or I don't know, if she tries to joke it off, that's where the cracks show. Remember, lies take time. Truth doesn't. Third, watch the tone. Does she speak with conviction, or does her voice dip, soften, or turn defensive? A woman who speaks from loyalty will answer with firmness, even pride. A woman who's hiding something will sound uncertain, shaky, or dismissive. Fourth, pay attention to redirection. This is the most telling of all. A woman who doesn't want to answer may throw the question back at you. Well, what would you never do to me? That's not an answer. That's avoidance. Or she might try to minimize the question entirely. Why would you even ask something like that? Don't you trust me? And there it is, the flip. She puts you on the defensive, making you feel guilty for even daring to ask. This is why this question is so powerful. It doesn't just test her words, it tests her worldview. It reveals whether she even has loyalty written into her definition of love. And if she doesn't, then you have your answer. But here's the part most men miss. This isn't just about catching her. It's about you. When you ask this question, you shift from a place of paranoia to a place of strength. You're no longer snooping, guessing, or obsessing. You're calmly setting a standard and then observing whether she aligns with it. That's masculine control. That's dignity. And once you operate from that place, everything changes. You stop wasting nights scrolling through her messages. You stop feeling like you're losing your grip. Instead, you stand tall, knowing you've tested her at the deepest level. And whatever answer she gives, you hold the power to decide what comes next. Because at the end of the day, truth is your ally, dignity is your weapon, and freedom begins the moment you demand both. Now, if you want to go even conclusion deeper, there's another trap most men miss. It's not just about catching cheating, it's about recognizing the hidden signs that reveal a woman's past. And trust me, those signs matter more than most men realize. That's why I put together another video, 7 hidden signs she's slept with multiple men. Click on the end screen right now. Don't miss it, because once you see those signs, you'll never look at a woman the same way.